What's up, everybody? This is Jarrett from Bowling for Soup, and you're listening to Upside Down Shark Radio. Nothing worse than an upside down shark, except an upside down shark on the radio.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 18 of Upside Down Shark Radio. I am the Chief Import-Export Officer, Craig Board. This week, joined by professional Ed Wood enthusiast Paul Wood.
How's it going, guys?
I'm glad that we've figured out a title for you, finally, after all of this. Well, professional preambler, I feel like. That's true for Tom.
That is.
In and out of life.
Yep.
Now I'm getting notifications as we start recording after not being bothered with all morning. Isn't that great? How have you been, Paul? It's been a while since we've heard from you.
Yeah, it's been a little while. I've been doing a grown up.
Yeah, what was you had your 47th birthday?
Yep.
And just going with that, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. And to celebrate, you've been trying to move out of, well, not move out, but move. Move out of your mum's basement, finally.
Attempting to purchase a house.
Yes, and that takes more than a couple of weeks, apparently.
Yep.
So,
unfortunately, it takes maybe a couple of months.
Oh, God. So, I should start now, even though I can't afford anything, is what you're saying?
Yeah, at least start saving now.
Okay. You probably should have started saving 3 years ago, Craig, but what can you do?
Yeah, it takes a while.
Time makes fools of us all.
Yep.
So, you've been doing adult stuff, and so I presume birthday, moving.
Yep, birthday, moving.
Working. Hey!
That's the
devil's third.
Yep. What have you been up to, Craig?
Just as you said that, my whole mind went blank. But I went to Amsterdam.
Okay.
Sort of various museums, like the Museum of Prostitution.
Nice.
Smells like Glastonbury there, I must say. I saw the red light district. There was the same lady in the window whenever I went in there. That was a bit strange. I went to the Science Museum. It's very nice there. It's called the Nemo Science Museum. And it's very interactive and stuff like that. And it's just technology through the ages. So I saw like a Walkman and a CD Walkman as well. Mini discs.
Amstrad.
I think that was there as well. Yep. One of the final, if I'm not mistaken or remembering incorrectly, one of the final made big box televisions before they went flat screen.
Oh, the CRTs, yeah?
Yeah. So like big box.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, Amsterdam, very nice place. I'd recommend anyone. However, I bought some weed cookies and they didn't do anything for me. So, bastards.
Or did they?
No, they did not.
You sure they're not still working?
Oh, they're still in my system. I've just been very mellow the last few weeks.
Yeah.
No, it's very annoying because I had a few of them and then nothing happened. So I went down for dinner and then I was like, well, I don't feel any different. So I went upstairs and just finished off the rest of my box. Still nothing happened.
You are immune to weed.
Well, no, because I was like, I hate those people that, oh yeah, I had something and it didn't do anything for me because I'm a hard ass. I'm like, I genuinely ate them, wanting to feel mellow, didn't feel anything.
Nothing.
Because I hear they're good for anxiety.
Maybe you're already just chill.
That's right. Yeah. Then I probably wouldn't have had that eye stroke a few months back. But you know, isn't the body a mysterious thing?
I know, right?
Also interviewed Bowling for Soup. Me and Tommy B went up to London, and we have that interview published on Upside Down Shark. I interviewed and edited it, and Tom was the cameraman.
It's a highly entertaining interview.
Thank you very much. This week we've got a different sort of show. News. It's all bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's probably been another shooting in America by the time this goes up.
I try to stay away from the news these days.
I think that's like your catchphrase at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, we're just gonna. I feel like we've talked too much wrestling. You know, I'm someone who dabbles in wrestling, and maybe people listen to Upside Down Shark Radio for stuff that isn't wrestling related.
On the occasions that we don't talk about it, yeah.
On the occasion. We're doing it right now. What am I doing?
So Fast and Furious 8.
Oh, now we're talking about it. 8 wasn't okay. I just wonder where they're going to go next. Submarine? Are they going to go full Saints Row and go like to the moon or something? Like, who knows?
I think they're going to have to take control of a lunar rover.
They're doing this spin-off with Jason Statham and The Rock,
They
and Tyrese is not happy, as we've discussed before. But I'm not sure if that's not family based, is it?
It's not family.
That's not family. And Jason Statham was the bad guy.
Yeah.
He killed Han. Han was essential to the
Yeah.
Fast and
He killed one of their family.
It was the key member to this time travel nonsense that was the Fast and Furious. Paul, this is not the topic I wanted you to bring to this episode. You pitched us on I got this idea, and I think we can rock it. And let's be that rocket and propel into conversation. So before we do that, people should go to upsidedownshark.com to see everything else that we do.
Yep.
And
all the links.
All the links, the Twitter, the Facebook, YouTube, Tom hugging people, it's all there.
Yeah, it's all there.
So without further ado, let us start. I feel official.
Ooh.
Let us start. I got my gavel.
Official proceedings.
Yes. Episode 18 of the Upside Down Shark radio podcast audio thing. Let's go.
Let's do this.
What was it that you told us?
This week, I mean, occasionally we glaze over. We talk a bit about comics, and obviously this upcoming year there's a whole bunch of comic movies coming out. Like obviously in more recent years, there's been it's been a good time for independent comics as well as the large publishers.
Yes.
And I just figured it's a good time to have a chat about that. Obviously, talk about some of the things we've been reading over the last few months and stuff. I
agree. I feel perhaps we've talked about Marvel movies more than actual Marvel comic books on this thing.
Yeah, we have.
And it's important to know if you like Marvel movies, maybe have a look at certain comics and, you'll be even more intrigued.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't just stick to the movies. The movies came from somewhere.
And for fandom, I am all for the more the merrier. We don't have to be like, hey, you should, read this one. Don't read that one. That's rubbish. As long as you get into it, that's a good thing.
Yeah, read what you like.
More conversations, the better.
Absolutely.
So where should we start?
I think, obviously, we've just glazed on. We'll start with the movies.
Okay.
To segue into the actual comics.
Black Panther is out last week. And because we're recording this at a funny time, we have not yet seen it. I've heard the soundtrack. I don't think you'll like it. It's Kendrick Lamar album, pretty much.
I have seen the listing for the soundtrack, and I can't say
I like it.
But I presume it fits in with the theatrics of the movie. So.
Loads of swear words, just loads of words that we're not allowed to say on multiple levels in this album. And I'm just like, this is a Marvel soundtrack. And it's getting me hyped. I'm going to see this tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to it.
I think the phase 1, Captain America, Iron Man, 4, pretty much, right? I think that's it, isn't it? Hulk, technically.
Hulk, yeah.
Yeah, and now it's fun to see them personalising these superhero films. To each one.
Yeah, they're playing with the formulas a bit as well.
So
making each one sort of rather than just a mould of this is his origin story. Go.
Because technically Black Panther was introduced before his own film in Civil War, so that's a step above everything else.
Yeah.
Ant-Man, different take on the superhero formula.
Yep, obviously Ant-Man and Wasp is coming out later this year.
Yeah. Thor Ragnarok is a comedy.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, to the point where some of the serious things don't feel as serious because of all the humour that gets thrown around in
it. Despite it being a good film, it was a thoroughly enjoyable film. It felt like a detraction from Thor as a character. He completely changed.
Yeah. But Chris Hemsworth did state in an interview they chopped off the hair and it felt like a new Thor. So that makes sense in some form. So we got Black Panther, then Ant-Man and the Wasp, as you said. Looking really forward to that. The trailer came out. A suitcase building.
Suitcase building.
What a thing.
I know. Giant Hello Kitty Pez dispenser.
Do you want to Pause recording.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So we just paused briefly because Paul the adult just got delivered what might be an adult thing.
Yep.
A microwave.
I got a new microwave. How exciting.
From Amazon, nonetheless.
Yep.
How exciting. Ah.
Back to comics.
Yeah. Marvel, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yep.
Infinity War is 2 months' time, 3 months' time.
Yep, that's a little while.
And is there anything else? Miss Marvel, is that out this year? Or next
I
year?
don't think so, but you've got obviously you've got Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2, yeah.
Outside of the Marvel universe.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yep.
Oh, there's X-Men. There's
X-Men,
2
Dark
X-Men
Phoenix.
films.
Yeah, you got Dark Phoenix coming out.
Yep. That's the one with James McAvoy still.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
in the First Class universe.
Yep.
Um,
Well, the X-Men universe is just the X-Men universe, isn't it?
well, yeah,
For God's sake.
it's all Disney now, and so
That's true. It's going to be a good year. And quiet year for DC, except for
they've got
Aquaman
Aquaman coming out
in
yeah.
December.
Yeah.
So but that's it.
Later on in the year, but yeah, that should be a good one. Obviously, if you've seen Justice League, Jason Momoa is phenomenal.
It's just a different Aquaman to how the comic books. The comic books just like some Aryan guy, isn't it? Like who can talk to fish. Well,
Yeah.
that's really redundant.
They had a version of him where he had a trident for a hand and had a massive beard and was really angry and actually more like a villain than a hero. And I think he's gone sort of walking that line.
With DC, they still need to find their footing with films, I believe.
Yeah, they're still trying to
But-
find the pace. Obviously, Justice League had a few CG problems.
But still, I enjoyed that film. I'm probably going to buy it when it comes out. So
Yeah.
And the Flash is going to be based on the Flashpoint storyline. So
Yep.
might see something different come out of that.
Traveling the multiverse.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
All the different versions of Batman.
I wonder how.
I really hope he goes for like an Adam West Batman universe.
I wonder how in the weeds they'll get with that stuff.
Yeah.
But then I've heard like who's the director of Transformers?
Michael Bay.
Apparently he's going to do a DC film.
Then it
so
would be terrible.
they're really going all style sort of
Yeah.
with these films, and it's a different take on comic book films.
If anything,
I'm
they've
sure.
gone the opposite direction to Marvel. Like DC started with substance and have headed towards style.
I mean, I would argue the substance was very little near the beginning anyway. Like Man of Steel.
Yeah, no, I was talking like Dark Knight. And
I see. Before they started off this extended
yeah,
copy Marvel plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those who haven't though, DC far superior on the animated film sides compared to Marvel.
Yes,
They are very good. Like just Flashpoint as well is where the Flash, isn't it? He runs so fast he goes into another dimension.
using the Speed Force.
Yeah, yes, that's the one. And in this timeline, Bruce Wayne is shot in the alleyway, and it's his dad who becomes Batman, and his mum is the Joker.
Yep.
And boy howdy, if you just like the sound of that, I recommend giving that a read or a watch.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. I mean, the most recent movie as well. You got Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I have yet to see that, but it's basically Batman versus Jack the Ripper.
And I keep seeing this. Their takes on we love Batman so much. They're doing a Batman based in, is it China or Japan?
There's the samurai Batman.
Yes, and just the Joker, the Japanese take on the Joker looks absolutely mental. It looks good.
It will be no Mark Hamill though.
No, I'm okay with well, it's not the video game Batman in that, is it? But don't worry about me. I'll let that bit out. I sound ridiculous. But yes, some people like to read their comics.
Some people do like comics to be static.
Some people like paper, like you. You're just one of those insane people.
Yeah, with digital versus analog comics.
Analog. Is that what that? Oh God. Is that the actual technical term?
No, it's just the
Okay.
opposite of digital.
Okay, great.
A physical, actual comic to me.
Turn the page.
Yeah.
You know, Have I told you the Eagle Moss, the shady book company that they do subscription services? They're doing a Batman one.
Oh, really?
And
one of those $1.99 for the first issue, $5.99 for every issue
Yep.
after.
So, but the way I worked it out was it's, I think £20 a month, and I'm getting 2 Batman graphic novels.
Okay,
so
that's not too bad.
That's not too bad. That's what I thought, and I'm getting some free junk there as well. So I love Batman. So
Fair.
I'm getting just random Batman comic books, drop through my postbox, and that's gonna keep me reading them. So
Absolutely, anything to read comics.
the only thing is now I have 4 copies of The Dark Knight Returns because apparently everyone just thinks that is obviously the one Batman comic to go to. Would you agree?
Probably, yeah. I mean, short of jumping, you don't really want to jump straight into like The Killing Joke or anything, which is arguably the best Batman story written.
I mean, that's just your opinion. I'm sure.
So, but like we said on the previous episode, the new 52 series of Batman is
strong.
Has been very strong. It's retelling of the old stories, but in almost a chronological order.
Yeah.
And putting some order into the otherwise chaotic and
just mixed.
Yeah, where the universe you had no idea what series of events happened in what order, and then it started with the Court of Owls in this one.
Yeah, that was good. I like the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
But if someone's just got a Batman story and they want to tell it in 6 issues, like, I'm okay with that, just not being linked to anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Standalone stories always have their place.
Yeah, I think people get too hung up with everything needed to be connected and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, with the lineage, as long as Batman's, it's nice to have an order of events.
Yes. Because he knows Joker here. He didn't earlier. That's weird.
Yeah.
What have you been reading?
I've been reading. Obviously, I've been reading Batman. I'm going on with the new 52 saga. Saga.
Isn't it? So you're reading the new 52.
Mm-hmm. New 52 Batman.
But now there is Rebirth.
Yes.
Which you are not reading.
I haven't started Rebirth.
That's the most current one.
Yeah, I haven't started Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I've been reading Saga. Obviously, very very popular title.
Of course.
I like the fact that half the dialogue is in Esperanto.
Great. That must be. Are you able to read it?
Only with Google Translate.
Wow, that's dedication to that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally get it. Like, have to get it out and type in what the dialogue box says because it doesn't give you a translation. You have to look it up yourself.
Great. I'm sure that is a style choice.
I suppose if you're really into it, it's a way to learn Esperanto.
There was Uncharted, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
There was it Somalian pirates?
Yeah.
And the language they spoke apparently was courteous. So like they would sound menacing, but really they were saying things in the polite way. So it'd be like, "Get over here, please," that sort of thing in their own language.
Yeah.
Which I always find like translation stuff always could be better.
Yeah.
I've been reading the New 52 Detective Comics.
Okay.
So it's the one where the Joker cuts off his face.
Mm-hmm.
And you are faced with the doll maker. So I'm
Yes.
halfway through that.
Nice.
That's pretty much what I've been reading.
Yeah. I still think that would make a really good film. Like, it's a way that you could bring the Joker back, without detracting from the much loved Heath Ledger version.
Or, the not really everyone's semi-lukewarm on Jared Leto version. And, like, they still haven't addressed the Robin murder in this DC universe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, someone put seeds here, but
Yeah.
no one's going to ever pick them up. So,
Yeah, it's one of those, they've tried to add a little bit of, ooh, what if?
ooh, fan stuff.
And, like, not even the fans have gone, yeah, what if? They've just gone, eh.
That Robin costume looked really good, though.
It did.
That, especially with the ha-ha on it. Is there... what did you want to talk about with comic books specifically?
Well, I wanted to obviously we do talk a lot about the sort of big publishers, the Marvel stuff, the DC stuff. Obviously branching into the Image, like we talked about Hellboy before with the Dark Horse.
Image have just finished Invincible,
Mm-hmm.
which I hear that's very popular.
Yes.
And it might not seem a big deal to everyone, but Robert Kirkman, the person who done Walking Dead, that is his comic.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for Walking Dead exactly? More stuff, less stuff, because Telltale have announced they're not going to do any more Walking Dead after their current season as well.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see what's going to be happening.
Yeah, well, you never know. I mean, The Walking Dead, the comics, is an ongoing series, has been for
Yeah.
better part of 10 years now, I think.
Yeah. I remember reading it ages and ages ago. Like, not because, like, I remember before everyone else liked it, but it's like my girlfriend's graduation ages and ages ago, and I was reading it digitally. I got 99 issues for £66, and I was like, what a bargain. So, and now it's just mental worldwide, isn't it?
Yeah.
And everything's got to come to an end at some point.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, it's getting to the point with the episodes with the series that people, even the fans, have started to lose interest.
I didn't finish this season.
No,
Right.
I've heard this story a few times from various people.
Yeah, and like when you think of zombies and stuff, you thought it was all all trampled ground at this point, but he found a way to make it interesting by focusing on the characters and not the emanating zombie threat.
Yeah.
So, and I heard Invincible was a good finale. So,
yeah,
at least that tells us he knows how to end stuff.
Yeah, which could be it will be the sad turn of events where the last ever episode happens to be the best one.
Are you saying it should be like the Christopher Nolan trilogy of Batman?
Where it just peters out into nothing.
The middle one's the best. It's like a peak, isn't it?
Yeah. Beginning,
Dark Knight Rises. I still like the Bane one, but well, even I'm not stupid. So Image are starting to, I say, they don't produce as much as Marvel and DC.
No, but what they do is all creator owned.
Do. And they have good. I wouldn't say fur, but like consumer friendly. If you buy them from Comixology, you also get a PDF version.
Yeah.
That is yours to do with whatever you want.
Yeah.
Marvel or DC, a bit more tight-lipped with that sort of stuff.
Yeah, they like to keep their stuff as their stuff. Whereas, like I say, the Image stuff, the independent publishers tend to try and keep it as creator owned as they can. Obviously, they take a cut of sales.
Yeah.
But all of the merchandising rights, everything, are retained by the creators, the writers, the artists.
Because Extremis, the Iron Man storyline, when that was made into the film, the creator did say online, like, that's Marvel's storyline. I didn't get paid anything, any royalties for it. So, and he's like, that's fair, it's their story, I just made it.
Yeah, they pay the creator to create something for them, and then they own everything about it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
that's how their side of the industry works. But
so we got DC, Marvel, Image. What other small publishers are there? Manga. Have you heard of that? Manga UK. Are they up and coming?
Yeah,
they published this Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I find it weird that they start at the end of the story.
What you saying? It should be Dragon Ball A?
No. Like if you read one of the manga, if you read a manga, like you open it and the first.
Oh
the first
God,
page,
I'm an idiot.
The first page says the end.
Why did I not reckon? I'm an idiot. If you get them digital and embrace our digital future, that's not the case, Paulie. Right?
No,
you don't want to talk about manga or anime. Okay, I get it. So
if there's a specific one you'd like to talk about,
Naruto is one of the best stories. Like, you think they have this storyline, it's building up to this end.
That's also the most English pronunciation.
And then what? Naruto, mate.
Naruto,
right? Naruto. And the ending, just this is obviously the conclusion. Nope. They end up fighting one of the gods of creation, and just what? This is mental. I really enjoyed my time with Naruto.
Fair.
And of course Digimon, but no one cares about that. So
everyone loves Digimon.
Of course, Pikachu. That's their favourite. I hear. Snorlax is another good one.
Yeah.
What brand independent comic books do you have in mind?
I've the ones I've been reading most recently. There are a couple that have been published by Source Point Press over in the States, small little independent guys.
Do we know what state?
I think Boston.
Wisconsin. Is that a state?
I think so.
Okay. Well, it's either Boston or that one I just made up. So we'll say Boston.
Yeah, I'm not sure which state, but yeah, in the United States, Source Point Press, they've just had their stuff put into the Diamond Book as well. So if
Can you explain what that is? Because I didn't know what that was.
yeah, it's basically comic book owners, comic book store owners, should I say, get basically a catalogue for what to order for the upcoming months, and Source Point Press have had their stuff added to that catalogue. So any comic book store can order their comics in. So if you like what we're describing in here, like absolutely get them to try and get your comic book retailer to stock it for you.
They have a pull list when you go into your comic book
That's the
store.
one.
You can get your Batman and your Source Point Press books now as well.
Yep. The one that I've been reading, Salvages, is a very good series. It's a bit like
Can I guess before you?
yeah,
before
feel
you-
free.
Okay, so Savages. So
Salvages.
Salvages. Oh, okay. So they're on this land that is okay. That's just a logo on the front of this book that Paul's handed me.
I actually have a copy of Salvages to hand.
They salvage stuff from machines in a world that is dead, or like it's the end of the world, and all the people that are left are people that salvage stuff from all the broken world.
Unfortunately, you're a little off on that one.
Okay, so what is it really about?
It's does the little green guy give you any?
It's got Piccolo. I've been watching some Dragon Ball Z. Piccolo playing cards on here.
Not quite. His name's Brigby.
Okay.
It's set predominantly in space.
Okay.
It's about a crew on a ship that salvage wrecks. It's a bit like Firefly.
Oh, okay. Were you a fan of Firefly?
I was a fan of Firefly.
Okay.
Was
No longer.
too soon.
People have been living in the past, guys. Right, get over it.
It's too soon.
What's so good about Salvages?
It's just a really well written all round story.
The main character? What's his name? Or her name? Main character?
Off the top of my head, I don't remember character names too well, except
Damn.
Brigby.
Okay.
He's a very cantankerous fellow.
Okay. And
despite his small stature,
so they just go through space and have
have adventures. Come across, obviously, there's like space pirates and
okay.
and various obstacles in their way.
Stop me if I'm wrong. Did you just describe the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy 1?
I don't think I did.
They are explorers in space going through the galaxy, and there's pirates, and various objects get in their way. That is good. For the film you hate, Paul, right? I'm saying that Salvages, maybe a bit,
Yeah, but Salvages is good.
Okay. So that is on your must-read.
That is
For
a
people.
definite must read.
Is that an ongoing series?
They've obviously Wreck Raiders is the current series that they're running with it.
He has multiple comics and graphic novels here,
As you can hear the rustling.
so that he can remember, I presume.
Yes, it's more jog my memory.
Okay.
Wreck
He's
Raiders.
an old man now, remember?
Yeah, I'm getting old.
So so Salvage, so it's pretty much like Avengers is, and then they have the storyline. This is Salvagers is like the marquee, and then the storyline's underneath.
Yeah, pretty much.
And what do you remember what happened in the Wreck Raiders?
No spoilers.
Okay,
You'd have to read it to find out.
Okay.
Yeah. You got obviously the crew get into some trouble. I believe there are some like military grade robots involved.
Okay. Alien exploration.
Yeah. Yeah, and a big old race of very angry lizard-looking people.
That is a lizard-looking guy with 4 eyes.
Yep.
Oh.
And they're all very angry.
I will give that a look-see.
Yeah. They also publish a couple of other titles as well that are currently available for pre-order. So I haven't actually been able to read them yet, but I've seen excerpts from both of them, and they both look very good.
By the time this episode goes up, they'll probably all be out.
No, they'll still be. It's still for pre-order for about a month or so.
Okay, cool.
So by the time this gets up, you still got a few weeks at
That's
least to order it. Obviously, if you're in the UK, you can actually pre-order them from
Amazon.
Forbidden Planet.
Okay.
You can pre-order the abandoned cargo trade paper, Or you've got is it Dead Duck?
I don't know. That doesn't
Just
sound very
trying-
cheery.
It's actually quite funny.
Okay.
It's like a comedy. Dead Duck and Zombie Chick.
That
It
is a duo that I would not believe to be effective in any way.
Yeah, Dead Duck and Zombie Chick.
Okay, so
Is
is he a dead duck?
he is a dead duck.
And I'm going to take a wild guess. She's a zombie chick.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he's sort of Frankenstein together.
Okay.
Um,
Unlikely duo sort of thing.
yeah, it's just sort of a little like a almost a light-hearted
Mm-hmm.
the sort of thing you get. I don't know if you've ever read in the middle of some of the Hellboy issues, they've got some like short episodes, like short comics that they add in. as well.
Shorter stories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is I'm sure Dark Horse will love me bringing this one up. Giant retarded duck.
Great. I'm sure that's fits in well with today's society.
And I know what you're
Issues.
thinking. Yes, it does involve incest.
Okay. Wow, this escalated very quickly. This
But
is
yeah,
Upside Down Shark Radio first.
detracting from that, Dead Duck and Zombie Chick is one of the titles. The other one is Haunted Highlands, which is looks like it's about stoners.
Okay.
Um,
That's a wide variety there.
yeah,
From
they've definitely got
Source Point Press.
a wide variety. The Kickstarter for Shelter Division
Oh, they got a Kickstarter.
is starting soon as
Okay.
well. Obviously, issue 1 is already out under Source Point. Issue 2 is just about to be finished.
What's this one about?
It's sort of a secret government agency that
Mhm.
has it's almost a little bit like a cross between Hellboy and X-Files kind of
Okay.
feel to it. You've got an agent with like a metal, like a robotic prosthetic limb.
Metal.
You've got Bigfoot is in their employ, and yeah, they just go around. Basically, yeah, it's got like I say, the feel is somewhere between X-Files and Hellboy.
Very good.
So yeah, definitely give those a check out. I've been reading them; they're phenomenal.
I mean, Dead Duck sounds the most comic of comic books.
Yes, yeah,
So-
it's almost sort of a Howard the Duck sort of.
Oh, Howard the Duck
Yes.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think, as things evolve, like comic books, not a lot of them are comic anymore.
Yeah.
Video games, what does that even mean? That sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's like bringing it back, like the evolution of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Batman was a detective.
Yep.
That was it. At the beginning, he was a detective. Now he's some
Martial arts,
ninja
detective, super
ninja genius
hero.
tech wizard.
Yeah. I agree. But evolution of everything is good. Right?
Yes.
Should we take a quick break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we should have a breather.
Okay. We don't have a song of the week this week.
Nope.
But if we do, this is Tom's chance to split it open and put it in right now. Otherwise,
And here, maybe, is our song of the week.
Okay.
Hi, this is Frank Turner, and you are lucky enough to be listening to Upside Down Shark Radio.
What a song that was.
Or
God.
What a song that either was or wasn't.
That backbeat was good.
It was there.
It was. I can confirm. Something was there. So, let's round out the show, shall we? With, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
You have your own comic book.
I do. I am currently writing.
Okay. You are currently writing right now.
Not right this very second, but I am.
You look like you're about to punch me in the head after I said that. Yeah, so...
That would be irresponsible to be doing something else while recording a podcast, wouldn't it?
Yes, who would do a thing like that? I'll be the interviewer. You can be the person who I'm interviewing.
Sure.
Hello, Mr. Forward.
Hello, Craig.
I hear that you've got a new comic book in creation right now.
I
Is
do.
it true?
I do.
What's it called?
It's called Data Sheet Classified.
Okay. What does that exactly mean?
It's a term that is used when obviously documentations are redacted.
So there's this sheet of data that is
That
classified.
has been classified.
Just by context clues
yeah,
there. That was a stupid question.
Yeah.
I see that now.
When you see lines of text that have been blacked out because there's something under there that you're not supposed to know.
Okay. What is the synopsis? The description? What happens in datasheet classified?
What's it about?
There you could say. I'm trying to be the interview here with big words, so please
Sure.
do not undermine me. Okay.
No worries. No, it's set in a world where superpowers as such exist,
Mhm.
but there are no. It's not like a superhero world. There's no spandex. There's no costumes. It's just people have occasionally people have powers.
Okay. So like, I don't want this to sound wrong, but like, some people were born disabled, or like that they might have something wrong with them, like their eye doesn't work, sort of thing like that.
Yeah.
So some people have like the ability to spark fire from a hand or something like
yeah,
that in this world.
There will be obviously genetic predispositions towards obviously certain family traits will evolve
Mhm.
that will would give family members, and through evolution of genetics,
Yep.
obviously they will get certain traits will get stronger, certain traits will get weaker.
Yeah.
And so it's in a world with that, and there's obviously a certain set of them get I want to say subcontracted
Okay.
to carry out certain
Tasks.
certain tasks around
Maybe
around the world.
classified
Yes.
tasks.
Yes.
So it sounds like you've got a big, like the first thing you've started off with is a strong universe.
Yes.
You've got a backstory there. You know what is happening there,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
and
This project's been floating around in my head for the better part of 10 years now.
okay. I remember once you said to me, "How do I get all these messages off this iPhone? Is
Yeah.
there any way I can export them easily?" And we figured out, no, there was not.
Yeah. Most of the character development was done through text message with
An old iPhone.
with an old colleague of mine.
Okay.
On an iPhone, and there is no way to export the entire message history.
Get it together, Apple. God.
Yeah, so I can't compile it, so I have to keep going back through years of text messages to find some
One day
specific
you
nuggets of data.
Just type them all out one day or something like that.
Yeah, I will have to.
Get Tom to do it. He would
Most
love
of it
that.
I remember. It's just occasional details that
Or look like,
have escaped.
I need this bubble. Copy, paste,
Yeah.
delete. You just have this. I just like to imagine you've got this old iPhone just with all these things on, and if that iPhone breaks, no.
It's all backed up.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So who do we have a main character?
It's the main group of characters.
Okay.
The initial story arc follows two characters. One's called Eon,
Okay.
and the other is called Hunter.
Okay. Eon and Hunter.
Eon and Hunter.
So they're the two you start off with, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like a Groot and a Rocket, sort of. No.
Well, it's not like a buddy thing.
Okay.
They're on opposite sides essentially.
Okay.
So one's on one side of the story and one's on the other side of the story.
So like a Magneto versus a Charles Xavier, that sort of thing.
Almost, yeah.
I'm trying to make this in terms that I can understand, because I have not seen anything about this at all, apart from some artwork you've showed.
Yeah, unfortunately it is still in the development stages.
okay.
So I've got I've got 5 issues worth of writing done,
Okay.
but I'm still waiting for some artwork to materialize. Obviously, I've got it is getting there. I've got all the characters down. They're all on the Facebook page at Data Sheet Classified. If you want to check them out. You got characters like rather than do a character synopsis, I decided to go with a bit of more of a flavor for
Okay.
it. So rather than go, this is this character, this is what they can do. It's more of a short, like just
Born in the sewers of Trinidad.
no, it's not even an origin thing. Like it's like an almost an excerpt, like something to give you a feel for the character. Like one of the characters.
That's a good idea.
One of the characters' phase. He has the ability to, because I haven't invented a better term, teleport.
Okay. It's not in canon specific yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got the ability to. Well, it's not so much teleport. It's exchange places
Okay. With an object or someone?
with another point in space.
Okay.
So rather than just teleport somewhere, he exchanges places with an equal amount of volume of space
Okay.
wherever he transports.
So is it his body volume, or could it be whatever he's holding as well?
It's optional. Like he can transport other.
So he could like
objects as well.
transform a room to somewhere else.
In theory,
In
he
theory,
could.
okay.
Like it's a very tactile
Okay.
power. So as long as he's touching something, he can.
I love to touch stuff.
Yep. But yeah, his caption is on his bedroom wall is the flag that the Americans left on the moon because for a bet.
Oh, can you go and get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he held his breath and went and got it.
That's I can already hear like the arrogance from this guy, sort of coming through.
Yeah. He's very arrogant, very cocky, very mouthy.
Yes. Spider-Man style sort of feel.
Yeah, and like he seems to be constantly waging a war on another one of my characters.
Okay. Just taking the mick sort of thing.
Well, yeah, it's more of a love-hate relationship between the two.
Okay.
Her name's Mercury, and they just go at each other.
Okay.
I lost track of how many times she calls him a dickhead.
Okay. Great. So you're saying it's still in the creation stages.
Yes.
How many issues are you hoping this is going to be?
The first story arc I've written is 6 issues.
Okay.
Obviously, I've got the first 5 issues written in draft form. The 6th issue is currently being written. And I'm waiting on the sequential artwork for the first few pages of issue 1.
So are you hoping it to be out by the end of this year, or is it just all artist dependent?
With any luck, yeah. I mean, he is currently working on it. I've had the first 2 pages in already.
That's good.
So I'm literally waiting on.
Do you want to say who he is?
Yeah, it's a buddy of mine, Lewis Tillett.
Okay.
Lewis, I believe his Facebook is Lewis Tillett, the Art of Lewis Tillett. And yeah, he's got his own projects as well. Welcome to the Freak Show.
Yep.
It's a very exciting looking title that he's currently also working on. He's done a few other bits as well. He's done some freelance work. He's done some character design.
So he's a busy man, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I believe late last year he actually did some colorization for Marvel. He was hired as
very nice
for that. So yeah,
that's good. That sounds like good stuff. I'm sure when you release something of it, we will hear about it here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to keep you guys posted.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think that'll do it for this episode then.
Yeah, I think we've hit our.
Maybe hit our quota.
Yeah.
Me and you like to just waffle on.
We do chat a bit.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. So, yeah, thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Craig.
As usual, upsidedownshark.com. That's where Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Yep.
Photos of Tom hugging stuff.
Yep.
It's
all
all
the
in
likes, all the follows, all the original content.
Oh, yeah. Right. Good thing I need to go now anyway after that. I'll leave you to unwrap your microwave.
Yep.
And I will see you again next week.
Yep.
I've been Chief Import-Export Officer Craig, and that's not getting old. And I've been joined by.
What is it? Is it professional? Or
Yeah,
expert?
you can be professional.
The professional Edward Woodward enthusiast.
Cool. I've been Craig.
I'm still Paul.
Goodbye, guys.
Thanks, guys.